So the grid as it forms out after the results of race 1 earlier on sees Harry Yardley-Rose, the race 2 winner, on pole position alongside Scott Parkin on the front row. Minutes here at the final race of the weekend for the Audi TT Cup Racing Series. Revs are rising, red lights are on. Can it be 2 from 2 for Harry Yardley-Rose? Or can Parkin, Swift, McGuire, somebody else take the crown? Let's see. Good start from the first couple of rows, but they charge off towards Ritchie's. Good start from Parkin initially. Got Swift and McGuire swarming around to try and take a podium place, but down towards Ritchie's, who gets the whole shot. It's going to be side by side with the top 2. Parkin was looking around the outside in towards Ritchie's corner, and they're still side by side on the exit. Might be an inside pass. Here comes Carl Swift in the 45. It's a bump in the rear of Harry Yardley-Rose. Just about survives that one. A little deep there for Parkin. Up the inside goes Harry Yardley-Rose. Wide there goes Christopher Jackson in the black 888 car as he tries to keep racing room, jostling for position. Patrick Booth with a fast start. He's alongside Luke Handley. He started back and forth on the grid as they turn their way out of Palms towards Agostini for the first time. A couple of cars wide. One there was possibly Luke Handley. The other one there I think was possibly, I think I'm trying to work exactly who that one might have been. It might have been, I think, David Robb, I think it was going slightly wide. Again, side by side, I believe these two still haven't left each other alone. On the outside, Scott Parker gets shown to the grass. Then Harry Yardley-Rose quickly goes to the inside to try and throw the block on Carl Swift, which he does. Parker goes right, sailing back around the outside into the left-hander at Hamilton's. Still wheel to wheel for second place. I think Scott Parker, with his first half of a lap, has not been side by side with somebody. Has been side by side with somebody for the entire half a lap. It now ends as they turn in towards the right hand of Williams for the first time. They've got Paul McGuire joining into the front, and also I think there's Anthony Park in 5th position. It might well be. So a strong start from Anthony Park for 7th on the grid. It's got him into the top 5. And they're still side by side again this time, but it's Carl Swift looking for the lead on Harry Yardley-Rose. Here they come. There goes Scott Park. It's always 3 abreast down towards the complex of Brundle Nelson. Careful, boys. It's a brand new race car, so don't go too aggressively. And side by side for Carl Swift. Somehow gets it stopped. He was all over the place. He was all sorts of arms and elbows. Under brakes for Brundle. Gets the car anchored up for Nelson and somehow does it without making contact and takes the lead. Incredible stuff for Carl Swift. He now leads then. So they'll come onto the long right-hander at Coram for the first time at racing speeds. Pit straight now to end lap number 1. So Swift leads, Park in 2nd place. It's now McGuire in 3rd, Harry Yardley-Rose, the race 2 winner, and Poulton to win this race, all the way back down in 4th. So now towards Wilson Hairpin for the 2nd time, out of Ritchie's. Slightly wide there for Paul McGuire, outbrakes himself. He's going to let Harry Yardley-Rose back through. And also Anthony Park was in there to try and take advantage of that, as Ross Macker. Car 73, started the back in 14th, up to 11th. He's got past, I think, Richard Sullivers. The car in 30, the white car with the green and yellow graphics on the side. Going out towards the hairpin once again. Still side by side, here comes Yardley-Rose back up the inside of Harry Maguire. This is Paul Maguire, excuse me, up towards the hairpin. Sideways down the place then through the exit of the final foot on the hairpin. Still to the back of their way through. It's going to be quite the interesting scrap as they come towards the end of the 2nd lap here. Also trying to pull away, Scott Parkin in 2nd place. This is also, of course, good track time and practice for Parkin, who is, of course, doing the race at the end of the day, which is the Consolidating Trophy race. So we'll see if we can take full advantage of that going forwards. Go back into the complex again. Yardley-Rose still trying to hold on to the 3rd position. Trying to chase on the top 2. They're all grouping up behind him though. This is a really close race from the front. Bomb hole. Through the left-hander at Murray's once again. Just trying to group up a little bit more here. Down the pit strip once again to end the 2nd lap of this race. going side by side with Ryan Edgecombe. Off for two was onto the grass there. There's a huge kind of screen of dirt there. Couldn't see exactly what happened on the exit there. It's still Carl Swift that leads it from Scott Parkin, Harry Yardley Rose. And it's McGuire parked. It's deep there for Richard Forbes, who's picking his way through. Sideways and also wide there was both David Robb and Richard Sanders battling over position. That would have been over further back a couple of the cars. I think Richard Sanders dropped quite far back. In fact, he's now battling with David Robb. That would have been, was it David Robb? Might have been somebody that felt maybe Paul Hogg or Ross Mackett. No, it wasn't Ross Mackett because one of the red cars in the mix. But there's all sorts going on in the second half of the field. So let's just calm down a little bit more now for this third lap. Press on here, he's got the gap now to Luke Handley just behind him now, so Forber now, as he did in race number 2, try to pull himself forwards here if he can. Through to the Nelson complex again. Looks like Carl Swift's got this race under control. Scott Parkin trying to chase him down. They've got a 2-second gap or so to Harry Yardley Rose in third position, 43.58 there is Paul Hoggins, who chased after Richard Sanders. Still the battles go on, as you can see that's Patrick Booth holding on ahead of Richard Sanders, Richard Forber, and then we've got just behind Patrick Booth in sixth position. 5 minutes to go, so just gone past half distance in this slightly shorter third Audi TTCR Cup race of the day. Still Yardley Rose in third, McGuire in fourth, Andy Park in P5. Come back down towards the hairpin again, the top three still fairly evenly spread out. All the action appears to be forward placed downwards. McGuire holds it, everyone else wants it. So they're really going for it here as they come up to the start of the lap. Come back through again. Still Swift looking to make it 3 different winners out of 3 races. With Ross Macker won the first race, Harry Yardley Rose won the second. Of course, with Carl Swift, you have to bounce back a little bit from getting second on the road with that time penalty. He's now trying to push as hard as he dares to make this victory happen. Going on here, McGuire just trying to anti-park to hold that Patrick Booth and also trying to get really into the mix now of both Richard Forber and Luke Handley. Back straight they go, and now looks like Patrick Booth's got a good run here on anti-park down the back straight. They go, it's Booth holding on to the position, Former still in there, and over the curb goes Luke Handley back with Anthony Parks. Anthony's lost about 3 spots in his main positions. And Ryan Edgecombe in the 454 just behind there. He is the black and pink car with the multicoloured graphics on the side. He's trying to get involved in it too. He's looking up the inside to try and make that pass stick. Almost succeeded. Back onto the pit straight once again to complete yet another lap. So, Carl Swift then with 2 and a bit minutes, over 2 minutes to go then. They got to Richard Forber trying to get past Patrick Booth for what will be 5th position. And quite make that stick. As a Ross Macker, not really made the progress he wanted to. A little off the pace in this third race. Again, not quite entirely sure why he started at the back of the grid. But he's now in the mix now. There's the other car, which is 33, Patrick Booth. The other sister team car for 4G Racing. Still Carl Swift by 1.4 from Scott Parkin in second place, Harry Yardley Rose in third. Fourth now still for Maguire. 5th for Patrick Booth, 6th for Richard Forber. You see here that that's Patrick Booth who, well, Forber's now got past Patrick Booth now. This means Luke Hanley's got his best chance now to squeeze up the inside and get the place off the Ford racing car. He's got the inside line for Hamilton, pulls himself level, under brakes, then he makes the move stick. That's Ford manages to slot past Paul Maguire. Likewise, the same move for Luke Hanley on Patrick Booth. Just behind them, Ryan Edgecombe just trying to pick his way through too. So the back straight once again with a minute and a half to go. So they're going to get, I think, one more time around the Snetterton circuit to end off the TTCR weekend. TT's got quite a lot of entertainment and great racing on so far. Hopefully, those who are still looking to, in the middle of building their kits or looking to try and purchase one for the season, hopefully we'll look at this and think it's quite a really series to be a part of. Swift then continues to lead the way, but that gap even further when Scott Parker in second place. Hardy Rose in third, Maguire in fourth, and it's Patrick Booth, Forber, Handley, Edgecombe, Parker, and the Mackin in the top 10. Rob's back in 11th place, 12th place for Christopher Jackson, 13th place for Paul Hoggins, and someone at the moment. That's the order it stands to come to the last lap of the race. There's Forber holding on to that fifth position now. He's got past Paul Maguire. Paul Maguire down to, that's fourth actually. In fact, Nick has put the fourth up to fourth. He's past Patrick Booth and also now Maguire, so there should be fourth place now. Yes, it is, because the lead's coming into the turn one now. Handley now going on the attack. He's got past Maguire too, so better run off of Murray's and push Maguire down another spot. So Handley up to P5. He was only just ahead of him on the line by 31 thousandths of a second, so that was pretty close stuff between 5th and 6th position. Richard Forber's pace looking pretty good for 4th place. Very deep on the brakes there for Patrick Booth, almost going off onto the A11. But manages to get the car anchored up and makes the corner. Try and fight back to get a couple more spots before the end of the lap. But Carl Swift then, who got that penalty for track limits in race number 2. As far as I can see, no such troubles this time. Yeah, nothing in race control, thankfully, by the looks of it. Actually, car 75, I think he's going to get Anthony Park, I think. Looks like he's about to get possibly a 5-second penalty for track limits, so just Carl Swift is going to be a penalty for Anthony Parks in car 75. That'll push him down a couple of spots outside the top 10. Ryan Edgecombe is the latest driver to nudge Paul Maguire down a place. Paul Maguire might try and fight back if he can. He's having a sneaky look up the inside to repass Edgecombe into the hairpin at Oldies, but can't quite pull that one off. Nothing doing quite just there yet. Let's see if we can hold on for the time being now. Nelson for the last time. Up towards the checkered flag now. It'll be 3 different winners, 3 races if Carlson can hold on through Coram, up through Murray's onto the pit straight to take that checkered flag. They're going to keep on racing all the way to the end. But Carl Swift, who was a late addition to the series before this weekend, made the most of his first inaugural trip to the TT Cup, because he's made something for pole position in qualifying, and this time a race win in race number 3 of the Audi TT Cup Racing Series. Scott Parker in 2nd place, Harry Yardley-Rose picking up 3rd, then Richard Forber ahead of Luke Hanley, who must be absolutely delighted with Pete.
I'll speak to this man in 2nd place. I didn't get a chance to talk to him after race 2. Scott, you had to shoot off to obviously go and qualify, because you're quite a busy man this weekend, aren't you?
Yeah, 3 qualifying sessions and 5 races. I think I bit off more than I could chew. Didn't do very well yesterday, but seems to be making up for it today. So now I can concentrate on one car rather than jumping between 2 very different cars. It seems to have worked out pretty well.
So let's talk a bit about the TT. First of all, how was that race for you?
Yeah, mega. Got an average start, but looked pretty equal, other than this guy who with his DSG just seems to disappear off the line. Yeah, and then a little bit of rubbing here and there, but as close as it's going to be in single make series. Yeah, and then me and Carl just sort of made a break for it, and yeah, I didn't trouble him, but he didn't trouble me either, so.
And now to get the car ready for a bit of Club Sport Trophy action later.
Yeah, that's it. Swap the tyres and send it. That's all we're doing. So yeah,
fantastic, fantastic. I would shake your hand, but you got your helmet in your hand. But yeah, great results, Scott, and hopefully see you back for more.
Speak to you soon.
No problem.